Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, GCW versus New South. I know I'm a few days past it. It happened on Sunday. But I finished it up this morning and figured I'd go ahead and get a review up of it. I thought overall it was a good show. 3D weekend, great show. I will say Brett Lauderdale, MLJ, Nick Gage with Game Changer Wrestling, they did the best of anybody when it came to tributes to the late Jay Briscoe. They did a 10-bell salute each day. Nick Gage came out and talked about his friend and stuff and our history from CCW. Yeah, it was really done right. I know because of some things. Again, I said in the Jay Briscoe video, I'm not going to get into the past, but there was a reason that Warner wouldn't allow it. You know what? As independent wrestling fans, aren't we used to independent wrestling stuff not being mainstream? And I guess Jay Briscoe was the poster boy for independent wrestling. The biggest company he worked for was Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling. He worked for the CCW. He did some Game Changer stuff. He really was never in the mainstream spotlight wrestling company. Ring of Honor was underground when I started watching it in 2009. But GCW did best of anybody, I thought. It was appropriate. Alright, we're going to run down this card. This was GCW versus New South. So if you've never watched a New South wrestling show, it's actually good wrestling. I know some people think, oh, it's independent wrestling, it's no good. No, it's actually got some talented people there. Hunter Drake, he's talented as hell. The Carnies, pretty good tag team. Donnie Primetime is hilarious. Cabana Mandan. Tyler Franks. There's some good talent here. But yeah, we're going to run this card down. And so I am going to pull up. There was a 12-man tag match that I wanted to pull up here and get everyone in it. So the first match on the card was Jordan Oliver versus Tyler Franks. Jordan Oliver, if you've never seen him, holy snap. He is talented as hell. So is Tyler Franks. And John Mosley, he is a announcer for New South. You can find them on Pro Wrestling TV. It's free. Download the app, create a login, and you can watch New South. You can watch MLW and a little bit of other stuff on there too. And you can watch the Warrior Wrestling, but you got to buy the new stuff. You can buy it right there on the app as well. But yeah, I watch New South there almost every week or two. I get a little behind, so I gotta go catch up. But yeah, this happened in Florence, Alabama, the New South area. So Jordan Oliver, Tyler Franks, 14-minute match, really good match. I give it 3.5 star. Really exciting starting match. Next up, we had supposed to have been Brandon Williams versus Tony Deppen. Brandon Williams comes out in a walking boot. He had hurt his ankle at the show night before, broke his ankle, I think somebody said. He wanted to fight anyway. He wanted to go fight Tony Deppen. So he's like, I'm in, it doesn't matter. The general manager of New South came out and said, no, you're not going to do this. He started to do it anyway. Some heel tactics by Tony Deppen. And then we had Cabana Mandan run in for the save. And then we had the match Cabana Mandan versus Tony Deppen. This match was kind of all over the place. Cabana Mandan needed the victory. I did give it 2 3/4 star. Wasn't totally horrible, but it was watchable. It was good. It's just there was some other things going on with Brandon Williams at ringside, him trying to get involved and everything. Next up, we had Sawyer and Donnie Primetime. Sawyer, she is very talented. Hella freaking hardcore-ish. Donnie Primetime, also known as Donnie Janela. He is supposedly the cousin to Joey Janela. Cousin or half brother or something. But yeah, this was a pretty decent match. We had Sawyer bring in the skiers and put him in forehead, pop him in. And she did it to Donnie Primetime. He did it to her. And then we decided to get a thing of tacks out and some doors from under the ring, and we made our own little table with 2 chairs, a door, and tacks, and that got used, and Sawyer got the victory. I ended up giving it 3-star. Next up, we had the New South heavyweight title on the line. We had Kenzie Paige versus Billie Starkz. Yeah, this match was interesting. It was actually a pretty decent match. Kenzie Paige, not only is she the New South World Champion, she's also the NWA, half of the NWA Women's Tag Champions. Billie Starkz, we know about her in GCW. The match was good. Billie Starkz actually got the pinfall. But we had Kenzie Paige, after getting pinned, pulls a chain out of her tights, hands the chain to the referee, tells the referee that Billie Starkz hit her with it. The referee, not seeing it, believed the champion, restarted the match, and then the champion got the victory. So Kenzie Paige is still your New South champion, but on using heel tactics to do it. I give it 3-star. Next up, we just had a cluster, a 12-man tag. We had Team New South, Brayden, Toon, Chris Crunk, Kevin Riley, Marcus Dillon, Rolando, Perez, Stephen Michaels going up against Team GCW, Arez, Cole Radrick, the Ratty Daddy, Gringo Loco, the Lucha Star, Jimmy fucking Lloyd, Marcus Mathers, and Yoya. You had all kinds of carnage going on here. At one point, you had the referee doing a moonsault. And then you had the announcer. You heard me correct. Dave Prazak leaves the announce table, climbs on the top rope, does a moonsault onto the pile of people, jumps up and goes, yeah! Goes back to the announce table, puts the headset back on, and keeps calling the match. He was there with John Mosley, and John was like, dude, what did you just do? He goes, I haven't done it in 20 years, and I'll probably never do it again. But a hell of fun. New South getting the victory, Team New South. I give it 3.5. Next up, we had BUSSY, Allie, Katch, and Effy versus the Carnies, Kerry Awful, and Nick Iggy. Just your standard match with a lot of, what kind of word? Effy being Effy. Him kissing and making out with, I think it was Kerry Awful, but I'm not 100% sure which one was which on the Carnies. But Team BUSSY getting the victory there. 15-minute match, 3-star match. Next up, we had Blake Christian versus Hunter Drake. As we saw the night before, Blake Christian was attacking Cabana Dan. Hunter Drake came out to stop him. Once again, we had Blake Christian out there with Hunter Drake. Really good match, 3.5-star match. Blake Christian getting the victory. Nice 15-minute, good flow to the match. After the match, Blake Christian went to attack Hunter Drake like he's been attacking everyone with a chair. Cabana Dan ran out and stopped him. So we had that going forward. There's supposed to be a New South versus Game Changer Wrestling show coming up and later this year. So I look at another match there probably between Cabana Dan and Blake Christian. We'll see. And then our main event was Los Mazisos, Cicope, Emilio Extremo, the Game Changer Wrestling Tag Team Champions versus Infrared, which are the New South Tag Team Champions, Logan James and Tyler Matrix. Damn good match. Hardcore as hell. We got doors and chairs and everything under the ring. They just emptied out of the ring. Los Mazisos getting the victory. I gave it 3 3/4 star. Fantastic tag match there. That is Game Changer Wrestling versus New South. This was from Sunday the 22nd. I said once the show got over, I'd go ahead and get a review up. I just finished it up this morning. But yeah, so I've reviewed all 3 shows from the weekend, and along with all the Game Changer Wrestling shows in 2023. Make sure you check out the Jay Briscoe tribute show I did. Make sure you check out anything pro wrestling. I got the showcase of the independents, which I'm going to add to, and some other stuff as well. It's going to be a great year in 2023 in pro wrestling. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.